Hello. Today we're reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 42 through 51. It is Saturday, February the 25th, and this is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion. Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 42 through 51. Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what time of night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Who then is the faithful and wise servant, whom the master has put in charge of the servants in his household to give them food at the proper time? It will be good for the servants whose masters find him doing so when he returns. Truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose that servant is wicked and says to himself, my master is staying a long time, and then he begins to beat his fellow servants and eat and drink with drunkards. The master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he is not aware of. He will cut him to pieces and assign him a place with the hypocrites, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And that is the word of the Lord. The article today is titled Good News for the Future by Stephen Malcolm. Here's what Stephen writes. The gospel of Jesus is good news. If that is true, why do we so often hear about his return in attempts to scare people? Even Christians often dread the return of Jesus. Shouldn't we be living in joyful expectation of God's kingdom coming in its fullness? In this parable, Jesus compares his followers with servants who are entrusted with authority so they can make sure the other servants were fed and cared for while their master was away. When the master returns and that job is well done, the faithful servants will be rewarded. But Jesus says if those servants abuse their fellow servants and let the power go to their heads, their reunion with their master will not be a happy one. The text is good news to Jesus' followers, and it should serve to make our presence in the world good news to everyone. Jesus is reminding us he has called and empowered us to serve the world he loves. This parable is good news, and the good news is that God's people can live in loving service without fear of the future. The hymn is Joy to the World by Isaac Watts. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing. And from the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 5. Come, let us go to the mountaintop of the Lord, to the temple of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways so that we may walk in his paths. And that is your daily devotion for Saturday, February the 25th. Have a blessed day.